can never take my soul, 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 you can never take my
What am I doing? Supposed to. Alright. I hope you like the increase in quality there. I've been out of town for about a week, so. But I'm back. What are we gonna make today? I'm thinking of doing either wine or like a juice. That's what's on my mind right now. Let me just try and set everything back. Yeah, I've been gone for like a week. Out of town, so everything's been hectic. Literally arrived yesterday, and the jet lag's been killing me. To take a 25-hour bus ride, which is insane. I'm not doing that again. I thought it'd be cool to see all the views and stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna do that again. Anyway, wine or juice? So I have a bunch of references here. Can either go this route, or I could go this route. Still deciding. Let's see. Can either go like a dark, moody wine. Why I like this one is because it would be interesting to there's a lot of different layering going on here and just this texture alone. So thought that would be more interesting for you guys to learn. But I've done so many dark moody scenes. But then if I go the orange juice route, we have something that's a bit more different, but it's also very basic. So I was thinking of having something like this with like a glass and liquid coming in, and then maybe putting a can at the front. So I'll maybe take one of these cans, put that in the center, and have liquid like this in the background, and then import an orange. But I feel like that will be quite boring, and there's not that much interesting going on in terms of learning. But yeah, I think this one will be the most interesting, just trying to layer these different types of textures going on, but I also feel like it'll be very quick. So I could maybe add some wine splashing in the background, which could be interesting. Yeah, we'll see. I think I'll do the wine one. Try and recreate this workflow. Love his tutorials, photography tutorials. Anyways, guess we'll get started. I need another screen, lol. Got too much going on here. What's this button do? No, don't do that. I need to find a place to put this reference. Maybe I can just plop it in over there. I don't need to see all of this. Editor. Okay, let me just save this image to the desktop and then open it up. Let's get started. How tall is a wine bottle? Let's say 25 centimeters. Let's go 30 here. That looks alright for proportions. Yo, this music is so sensitive. It's on 3% and it sounds normal volume. If I turn it down lower, I can barely hear it. This looks right. I don't feel like doing wine, but I also don't feel like doing juice. I just don't know what to make. I was looking at still life stuff, but that also looks very boring. The only thing I find interesting making these days is like commercials and stuff like that, but those take too long. Let's see. Now I just need to make sure that the actual photo isn't at an odd angle. That looks right. Let me just move this over a tiny bit. Let's go 22. What do you mean? Oh, wow. This looks right. Kind of. Maybe I'll make this thicker. And heartless. We call this wine for stream. Wine bottles usually have this indent in the bottom here. Something like this. No, let's do that. What I could actually do is just scale this out and then get rid of this one. I don't want to wake up. That was quick. I think we need a line up here, here, and take one more look here. Cool. I'd like this to be thicker though. Just a tiny bit. So I think the best way to do this is just select them like that. And that. That might be too much. Maybe I should scale it down a bit. I don't want to wake up. Okay, that's better. This line here needs a bit more easing. This bottom part looks right. This under part, I think I need a bit of work, so I think I'll do something like this. Like that. Maybe scale this in as well. And just make sure that this is sitting on the floor. This might be too high. So I'm just gonna bring all this down. Why not without the lathe? I haven't used the lathe model and the lathe method in a long time. I find just using polygons so much easier, so much more flexibility. Where is this thing? I don't know. I should actually remove this. Okay. What was I doing? Now this top part here has an interesting set of detail, which I could dive into. I remember doing something like this before. So we need to be careful here. I think we will match them at the bottom like so. And then this can go that. So we want a line here, 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 there, 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 there. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Perfecto, we can get rid of that one for now. Add that back in later. So this thing has a bit of an extrusion. I just need to make sure I'm scaling the right way. So this one needs to scale out there. This one needs to go in. That should maybe stay the same. What's this line for actually? Get rid of this one, push this one up. This one can go in. And these two need to go in together. This one goes in. Dun, dun. No, this one should actually stay there. This one goes in. Cool. Did I miss the explanation about the lathe thing? No, this guy asked why I didn't use why I didn't make this with the lathe thingy, this thing. That one. I just said I haven't used it in forever. And using polygons I found a lot easier than all these methods, yeah. What am I doing? Stop. Okay. So now I can adjust these things a bit. If I zoom in on this reference here, I'm going to try not to be a perfectionist and try and get it as close to the real world thing because it's not that important. But I probably will end up doing that anyways. So I feel like these two should come out slightly. And these should go in more. Maybe I'll do all three of them. Like that. Get rid of this one. Like that. Something looks off. I think this part here is throwing me off. So this shouldn't have a part that comes out. This should just go straight in, if I'm right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun. Now I'm having an issue of this part looking like it's... Yeah, I think we need to be careful here. Let's scale all of these out. I don't want it to look like it's all squashed in here and this top part's bulging out. I think we need a line, maybe make this smaller. And then we can add in 1, 2. Ba, ba, ba. Zoom. This goes up a bit. Okay. I don't know how I made this part here. I don't know where this came from. Okay, that's that indent. Should only have one slope there. I think if I get rid of these... Yeah, so I'll just go and move all of these points up, like so. I think this needs to go down. Maybe this goes down as well. This is actually very thick, so these points need to go down more. You can just add in a line in the middle somewhere. Uh-oh. Oh, now I'm seeing where that bump came from. I'll have to add this thing back in. But first, let's fix this. This needs to scale in. If you want me to say. I'll leave. Cool. This part needs a loop there. Then it goes slight bump here. This needs to move down. If you want me to stay. And now I need to add this bump back in, which I removed. I think I can just move all these down and then just do this. So actually kind of like that, but I think I want this to be a bit more flat, so I'll just add in a 9 there. Okay, so I think I can go a bit off the reference and just make it look a bit better, so it doesn't look so offish. I think this section here should move up and then up. That does not look right, but hey. I also need space for this cap looking thingy. And then I think I need more space in this area as well. So you can go and select these. Maybe more. Oh, that's too much. Okay, then I think everything will look better if it's just more spaced out. I swear 90% of my time is just making sure the scaling of everything is right in projects. Which is annoying, but super important. Well, that's the bottle. Guess it depends on the reference you're looking at. But I think this should be a bit thicker. And then maybe make this section here thinner. So I'll do that. All right, now you can just do a basic scene setup here. Start. $800, and then here we can go 150. Dun, 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 dun. What kind of angle do we want? What's that for? I'm just copying this line here. Basically. Trying to remake this image. I think we can go with a looking up vibe, so maybe make this like that too much? Maybe a bit less. Go 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then I'm doing this all in the wrong order, but shouldn't even be worrying about lighting right now. But it's fine. This will be our... Okay, so we can go with 2 rim lights and then 1 key in the middle. This will be rim left. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Like that, kind of. I think I don't want this curve to be super visible, so I think I'll just curve it out more. Maybe I should do something like that. Maybe here go 800. I'm not doing it for an advert or anything, I'm just making it because... Hey, Christian! I didn't even know you subscribed to me, my dude. We should go ice skating sometime. Been a long time, Bree. It's been like 2 months since I've seen you. I'm not making this for an advert, I'm just making it for the stream. I haven't made like a video in like a few weeks, so I was like, gotta make one. Let's go minus 90. Sub since day one. Lol. Yeah, it's so weird when people that I know in person watch my stuff. I had this other friend I saw a few days ago, and he's like, "Oh, I was watching your stream." I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you doing that, dude?" Dun, 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 dun. I think you are actually one of my first subscribers. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. You're distracting me, dude. I'm supposed to make this section. I don't even think I need to go and make this a hole and all that. I don't think I'm going to make it transparent. I'm just being lazy right now, so I think this could be a good point here. Maybe a bit lower, like so. I love you. Yeah, but we should go skating, Bree. It's been a long time. Set selection, and then I think here, this can be where the graphic goes. So we'll go split. Hey, kitty. And then what can I add on here? I can go times 0.1 or let's see how that works. Is that too big? No, that was a bad idea. So I'll do that. Let me just add plus 0.05. Cool. You got a notification about my live stream 4 hours before. A Thursday. What's today? Friday. Next Thursday. Yeah, I can do next Thursday. What is today? Yeah, I can. Oh, 20th. Yeah, I can do that. Got a notification about my live stream 4 hours before. I don't know what you mean by that. I was playing around with live streaming settings and stuff earlier today, so maybe I hit one that was public by accident and then deleted it. This cat's sitting right in front of my screen right now. That's what you call neediness. Hashtag don't be needy. So I think this thing needs a color. And I also don't like the way the scene looks. Yeah, that's better. It can be the graphic. This will be the bottle. Let's get started with the graphic. Let's go with a 4K texture because we can. Now, you'll see there's some interesting stuff going on. We've got this back piece here. These patterns here are quite interesting. I wonder what that pattern is. It's so pixelated that I can't even see, but I guess I could just duplicate some circles around the whole thing. But I think we need to make sure that the proportions and stuff are correct before I go and add in the details. So, how do we want to do this? I forgot how to make textures. So I think we'll make a rectangle. I literally forgot how to do this. Let's do this. I wish you could hear the cat purring right now. It's fucking loud. Make this a different color. Go away. And I can't believe I forgot how to do this. Okay, let me just, I should make a project for this before I start to lose all my files. So, we need to go make a new folder, call this wine for stream. And this we will go and save it in the same folder. Wine graphic. I just need to go and close this quick. Save, move that in the folder. And then I need to go put this inside. There. Open it again. Cool, this will be our assets. So now if I bring in a texture and apply it. Oh, I remember how to do this now. You need to go image texture and then where is this? Personal. Like so. When I opened it, it was just written live stream. Yeah, I've been playing around with live stream settings today. I figured I would get off the whole use NVIDIA GeForce, just start a live stream and then I literally just go into NVIDIA GeForce hit a button, it would start live streaming. I would live stream and then hit a button, it would stop, and I rename the title and go to bed. But I'm putting a bit more effort into it now, so I don't want these proportions to start messing up later. So I think I'll just go with cylindrical and go fit to object, and then say for sub objects as well. So if this thing could fit object, yes. And then we can just adjust the width of this. Okay, I remember now. So this should maybe be 5. Let's try that. Let's go create a new solid color. Let's do like that. Make this white. No, wrong button. Don't open that. Cool. And then I also need to make sure it's rotated the right way, so let's go 90. Now I just need to make sure that it's not stretching. I shouldn't be doing this visually, I should calculate this, but who cares? I think this thing needs a bit of squash, so we'll go 5, save, reload. That looks good enough. Maybe a bit more squash. Let's go 8, save, reload. Cool. Hello, I would say your name, but it's a really hard name to say. Xumming, hey. Actually wasn't that bad. Okay, so the graphic, I need to start paying attention. This graphic actually only comes up to there. Could probably do this inside of here as well by just doing this. I can just maybe move this like so, and then down like that. I think that looks right. Now I need to make sure that the proportions haven't all messed up. Fit object. Cool, so this needs to be 3000. Save. Reload. Let's try 2000. Let's go 2, 2. You're welcome, my dude. Edda Puntes. I'm spending way too much time on this. Let's go 3, and then we'll get started. Okay, so take a look at this. Let's delete. Don't need these open. If I take a look at, I lost the reference now. Where is it? There. So we need text that says smoking line, the original old wine. Let's start by doing this. Or was it smoking loon? What font is that? That looks like Times New Roman. Make that smaller. Then it says old vine. Cool. 2014 California. Cool, let's start to look at our proportions here. So let's see. I wish this thing didn't have to make me readjust this thing the whole time. That would be sick. That looks about right. Smoking loon. This should be capitals. Like that. Okay, so I think this should be smaller over there. 90. Now I'm starting to be a perfectionist here, so I need to be careful not to do that. I do this a lot. I pay way too much attention to detail. Okay, so now we have the base of that down. We can start to scale everything else around it. So I think we'll do this text next. This should also be capitals. And this can be small like that. And then the 2014 goes underneath. Dun, 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 dun. Can do that. Yeah, the words will be a different material to the rest of it. Do a different font. I don't like this one. Not a huge fan of this one either, but who cares? What does it say underneath here? Let's go. Just make sure that that's fine. Maybe this should be a tiny bit smaller. That should be a lot smaller. So this can go 15 up, and then this can maybe be a different font. Looks about right. That can go down, then we can add in the line here. Four pixels, no, 8. And 250. Let's go 12. I'm making a wine bottle, my dude. And then here, this can go 300. I still think this wine bottle's too thick here, but I'm gonna just adjust this until the end of time if I keep doing that. Let's... Let me see. I think I can just do one more adjustment on this thing. I think I'll make this thinner. Let's go 90%. And then look again. I think that looks a bit more accurate. Yeah. Okay, so now there's this texture which I just noticed. It says, I don't know what it says, www dot. Then it has that dot there, it goes 140%. It's probably 14%. ALC by then I can't even see what these numbers are, so I'll just add in. Let's go 58. And then like that, and then above this says the original. This is a bit smaller. Then above this says, let's do smoking wine CO. Cool. I think everything's about right. Maybe move this 1 pixel down. And then we also have this blocky that comes up here. Oh, I forgot about that. I think I can squeeze it in. Maybe I'll just do this and see. So this blocky here needs to be like that. Now that's too rectangle. I think this needs to be a bit smaller, so like that. I think this here needs to... now I'm starting to... Okay, let's not do that. Let's just go off the reference and just make my own version. This can do that. Why is it not updating? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. I think this thing needs to be adjusted. %10 there, and then we can just bring this down. And then this can go wider by 400 pixels. by 100 pixels. So okay, and then here we can go fit object. $500, and then we can just move everything down. Okay, so now we have more space for this thing. That's better. Okay, so now what we need to do is establish the boundaries. So I'll go and do that. Maybe I'll give this a different color, like red. Okay, I'm going to start texturing things now. So this label, this bottle, we can make a black. Like, let's go 5% with like a red color or purple. And then what do we need to do? What is this thing? This texture here. It's interesting. What can I Google to find that? Pattern. I remember Googling something like this before. Pattern. Why is this thing vibrating? Swirl. And then I can also find something more high resolution. That could be a cool one. Let's use this. So go bring this thing in. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, this thing's snapping everywhere right now. Doesn't know where to snap. How do I want to do this? I think I'll just do this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I don't like that method. Let's just do this. We'll do that. Cool. And then we can go. Where is this thing? Black and white. Let's do curves. This background plate needs to be purple. Though I'm probably going to swap it out anyways. And then we can hide that. Okay, so I feel like the proportions are close enough and I'm not going to change anything. Am I though? Let's maybe this text a bit lower. Then this box here also needs to be lower, so like so. Yeah, I think that's a bit more accurate now. Cool, and then this can just something like that. A bit better. Okay, so this will be our label BG. I can save this as my graphic. Let's go label BG mask. I actually don't even need to do that. I don't know why I'm doing that. But okay, so this will be our label BG. Let's do this properly. Let's layer this one first. Why is it being so weird? Stop it. Okay. And then I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's do our text layer. We'll do these properly. Let's do our text layer. This can be our label text mask. Then here we can go black, get rid of this, and then white. Okay, so this needs to be black. Let's get rid of our textures. Yeah. Okay, so that's a BG, and then this will be text. Okay, got that. Think we'll make this BG dark color and then make the text white like it should be. Then we have the silver section, so that text there is also silver. There's also this white part here which you need to worry about. Okay, so for the solver section, this will be our solver. Get rid of the tag. Well, I need the text just for reference. We need a line that goes across like so. Let's go for... Let's go 8. Then we need a ellipse. I need to just Google how to duplicate this thing properly. I think it's if you duplicate like that and then move it, then you hold all of these in combination. Nope. How do I get it to duplicate the right direction? I think I need to transform and then move. So let's try now. There we go. Cool. I need to put these inside of A. No, I should probably put all of these inside of a group and then stroke it instead of stroking them individually, but anyways. Like that. Oh, I can't do it anymore. What's going on? Where did I mess up? Why did it stop? There. Let's try again. Okay, so something went wrong here. Let's do this again. Duplicate, transform. Initial bounding rectangle is empty. What does that even mean? Cool. Let's just do that again. And now, that's annoying. Just duplicate this. So we'll move these off to the side. Let's do like that. Duplicate. Duplicate. What would have been better if I actually put one of these inside of a smart object so I could adjust them if I wanted to, but I'm not clever like that. So that looks about right. I think these needs to maybe move one down, one up. Maybe make it thinner. Let's go 6. 6. Okay, and then group, duplicate, move to the top. Like so. Now we need to get rid of the text. That. Like that. This will be our solver. It's also important the order which I lay these things on top of each other, but I guess I'll worry about that later. Copy, paste, solver mask. Okay, I think I need to bring in an HDRI. I'm not going to see these textures properly. Okay, so I think this needs to be removed. And this needs to change to alpha. No. How do I get rid of this? I could go ahead and make an alpha of this. So here I can go mask. Then here I can get rid of that, get rid of these, and then save. Then go, I'm making this way too complicated for myself. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Here I can just go paste, alpha mask. Copy, paste. But now you can already see that's incorrect. Such is life. Whatever. Okay, so hi Johnny Happy. This background needs to be a dark purplish color. And then I also need to worry about getting these funky looking things going. I think we'll go with a bump map. Which noise do I want to use? Let's go with this. No, this isn't. This should be in the roughness map, right? Roughness and specular, not the bump. Maybe bump as well, but I think I'll do this first. So I'll scale this down. How do I want to do this? I wish this image was high resolution so I could actually look at it. We want this to be Is that too small? I don't know. How do I clip the ends without increasing? What if I do this? I think this will clip the ends more. If I do that, then here I can drop the contrast. Then I could just go gradient. see myself in your... Okay. I still want that sparkly look, which I'm not sure how to get. I think we'll put this inside of the specular as well and then just see. So the specular, we can go a bit harsher on the clipping. I could layer this as well, but I don't think I want to get into that. I think we'll just do that. And then here we can drop this down 1.3. It would be cool though if I did that with a... What if I create a mix material, do this, do this, then on this one, I can go like 8, and then do I see myself in your eyes. Like that, and then I can go and copy this and then use it as the filter, and then just go and take the master one and replace. And then here, well, maybe I should actually remove this, have this white, then just use this as the adjustment layer. Like so. It's not working exactly as planned, but hey. I think here I'll reduce the index. What we also want is some scratches going, so this thing should be silver if I remember correctly. Why is it not silver? Is that just because of the lighting? Yeah, okay. We need some scratches, so I'm gonna go and we could actually do this in the opacity. Gradient work is a ramp in Octane. It's like a height ramp in Redshift. I've never used Redshift, so. But a gradient basically is a ramp. I don't think the software really matters. like so. But I can barely see what I'm doing now. Can't see what this actual texture is doing. I think I need a different one. Let's do this one. Okay. So with this, maybe lower the gamma. Okay. Yeah, I don't even feel like doing this whole box section here. Where is this is the silver mask layer, right? So this needs to be here. We make this, maybe I should clip it more like that. And then if I look around here, there's also these ribbons and stuff, which I don't feel like doing. So I think I'll just go and stroke this. And we'll do an inner stroke, not an outer one. Like that. Like that. And we'll duplicate this, bring the fill in. Like so. Okay, let's take a look and see. We need a bump map for this. Silver mask, bump. If I had a few days to do this, I wouldn't be in such a mess and wouldn't be rushing through it, but I only have a few hours, so let's go copy, paste, and then we can use the bump map. Why does that look so wrong? How can I smooth this out and not make it look so offish? Think we can use some thresholding and let's try that. I think I want this whole section here to be silver. So inside the silver mask, we will go and remove this thing and go white. Nope, let's undo that. Okay. This looks nothing like this, but hey. Um, this part here is what's bugging me the most. But I feel like it'll take a while of just adjusting sliders to get it right. But yeah, this purple part here is what's getting on my nerves. Anyways, let's make sure our lighting and set up our lighting properly. I think we'll go with black background. And we can go disk. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of issues going on here. This thing needs to be like, no. Let's go 50% of the color. Ouch, let's go 3, 2, maybe the light's actually too bright. I think this needs to go, ooh, 120. What you know about life? Probably Photoshop this. Oh, he has no floor. You just Photoshop the background in. That's why, because I need this reflection to go all the way down there, but it's not. Add the floor back in, yeah, it just cuts off. That actually looks nice without the background. If this wasn't a stream, I would just Photoshop the background in, but I don't really want to do that in a stream. So think here, I'll go 300. This can be our key light. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I forgot about this whole lid here as well. Guess I can do that quickly. I was wondering why I had a selection tag here. I think I made it. So this lid needs to have roughness. It's actually probably like index of 4 with like 50% white. Index is actually lower. Anyways, you can bump this up and then could probably just copy paste this thing because I'm lazy. Or I could do this in the roughness. No, I'll just use an actual texture. So we will go and use... I don't even know what I want to do with this lid here. I think the scale needs to be bigger. You can't even see anything. Okay, so we will go and use a bump map. No. Image texture. I don't know why you're saying thanks to me, but you're welcome. Zero, 1. Scale it down. Maybe too far. 0, 3. 0, 7. And then I think I can just do my own thing here instead of copying the reference. So here I'll go 2. And then this looks horrible. Okay, so this bottle, I think this is the bottle, right? Yeah. It needs to be black. And then we need I think we'll add the flow back in. Maybe add in a 2 S. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's go with 2 and then just reduce the brightness to 3. Why is that happening? What's wrong with this texture? Was I editing the wrong texture? I think I was, which is funny. It's fine, I can just copy paste the value I had here. That should fix it. That's not fixing it. I'll just do it manually like this. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. What if I look at what I had here? Copy, paste. This part here is still working on my nerves. This. I think the silver needs a bit of roughness, just a tiny bit. Okay. What if I remove this from the specular? No. Oh, this looks horrible. Gracias. You're welcome. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't understand what you're saying. Yo, this thing is working on my nerves. This texture, I don't even know what to do with this. I think I'll make things easier and just start off by doing that. Get rid of that unnecessary layer here. And then it feels like, is it the depth of field that's doing that? Just feels like there's something off with the sharpness of this render. This lid here needs fixing as well. So here I think I'll get rid, this will be our lid, get rid of this yellow color. And then maybe go index 3. Then here we can go 75. Oh, that's bright. Let's go 50. $1.3. Huh. You can see how he photoshopped out this light reflection on the bottle here. Because there's a reflection on the actual graphic, but not on the bottle. But I don't feel like doing that, so... I don't know what to do with this here. I think I'll just make a new thing. So in the specular, I'll just use a standard noise. Issue with this is I have a lot less control in terms of scaling and stuff. I can't actually see what's going on. But there's a lot more method options here. What's this thing called? It was called cells or something like that. Cell noise? I don't know if this should be really small, like 0.1%, or if it's already too big. That's fine, I'll just use the standard noise. Maybe I can't actually see what I'm doing because the texture has no reflections. Let's try put this in the... I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is working on my nerves. I swear there's something wrong with the actual sharpness of this thing. Maybe it's the texture resolution, and because I was an idiot and laid a bunch of them on top of each other. Anyways, this actually looks like a... What's that texture called? A leather texture. I could probably just replace that, to be honest. But again, with this, I have a lot more control. This text should maybe be 95, not 100. I feel like it's too bright. Even go 75. Yo, how far do I have to drop this thing? Okay, let's go 75. This pot here looks like a mess. The bump map could be inverted. And the silver could maybe have 0.2. Should probably just go for a more realistic setting instead of doing that whole studio nonsense, because I think that actually looks better. Why does this look so underexposed though? Is exposure on this thing right? Okay. To do that, I could firstly blow out the background. 1.4 lens. And then I could add in a floor. And then here I can go with a wood texture. I moved a bunch of files. I got a new SSD, so still trying to figure out where all my files are. This needs to be... Should actually watch out about doing planks, because if the scale's wrong, the whole thing will look off. If the scale's large and I'm close up, resolution could be off. I think I'll not do planks. I think I'll just do... Let's do this one. And here we can go 0.1, too small, 0.2. Mm, 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 mm. Need to add flakes on the purple texture, like car paint texture. Yeah, I've honestly given up on that whole idea. It was working in my mind, and then when I did it, it started to fail. Could probably fix it if I spend more time on it, but I don't feel like doing that, so. Now I can start actually doing realistic textures here. So this can go up. This label would honestly look better if it was just a white label. Let's just try it. If I did a white label with black text. So this is why I'd set this label, this texturing system up here, so I can just change it like that. And then, no. Why does that work in some situations? I remember doing a label like this where it worked. Let me just go Google my past renders. I had a wine project I did. Oh, it had thicker text and logos and other colors in it, that's why. So this maybe we'll stick to the white text on black label. Let's go 25. And something like this. This part's also bugging me, but I'm not going to go into Illustrator and recreate that. Now the lid, go with 8. And here we can go. Why do they give me all these options? I barely use any of these. I literally only use noise and image texture. Metal, I think this one would suit this one the best. I don't know. Now I need to worry about colors. What if I make this slightly pinkish color. I think these go brighter here, and then no. Or if I made this also very metalish looking. No, let's not do that. Undo. Ba-da-bum. Now we can look at the scaling of this object, this texture here. This should be box, and then like that. Copy. Let's do this. Then we can go add. Oh, it's a normal map, so I don't need to do that. I can just go and insert it there. So, normal, like so. Done. This will be our dirt. Please make tutorials. Thanks very much. You're welcome, my dude. Dirt wipes. Da-na-na-na-na. I'm literally, it's funny how this becomes second nature. I'm literally thinking about what I'm going to do later. My eyes and hands are just doing this automatically. Don't even have to think about these things anymore, which is crazy. I can't see this. Let's go. That looks accurate. Let's go one. Five here, and then here we can. No, I think I need to up the gamma, up the power, up the gamma, scale it down, up gamma, lower power. I think this is just way too dirty. Let's do a different one. Maybe this one. And then here I can up the power. Okay. I need to be careful about layering roughness maps, so I think I'll just layer it on here instead. Let's do ZoomX. Dun, 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 dun. Up on gamma. Up gamma more. Floor needs scratches. So we'll go to 3K. That's box. I think that's already added enough detail. But yeah, I'll scale it down anyways. Floor could use other details on it as well, but yo, how much effort do I want to put in this thing? Let's go ahead and just add a tiny bit of detail. Dun, 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 dun. What happened to this thing? Is the scale off? I don't know. Let's go box. Let's play with the scale. Or is it the texture itself? What if I brought in this white one and then inverted it? I are a smart dude. Let's go 1, 3. I can see a bit of reflections going on the floor. I think maybe more bump. Maybe I can reset the scale here. And I could spend like 3 hours just adding more detail on this thing if I really wanted to, but what's bugging me the most is the actual scene. I think if I copy pasted this in the opacity map, that would have a nice effect. Just need to adjust this. So here I can go kind of like that, but because this isn't a separate object, it's just going to go straight through, which won't look right. But anyway. Now, the actual scene and stuff. How do I want the scene to look? I have a GTX 1070. Is it good enough? Is it good enough for what, my dude? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's a nice one. I could add like a wine glass in here. It'd be cool if I had like a wine glass there, and then like some trees and stuff going on, some leaves. How much time have I spent on this already is the question. If it's like 30 minutes, then I can carry on. But if this thing's already been going for like 3 hours, ouch, 2 hours. Ooh. 1.5. I can go with 2, I guess. Yo, do I really want to do this? I think I'll import. Oh, I'm trying to stop myself here. I'll import some stuff from other projects. Sepalt wine is what it was called. Still my favorite wine project, Sepalt wine. Was it apple? Yeah. So here I can go take the glass, the wine, and I believe there was also some liquid drops in there. Why do I have two wines here? Yeah, so okay, so we got the drops in there, the glass and the wine. What's this sphere? And then we'll take the cork as well. Copy, paste. And because I like working to scale, I don't have to worry about scaling issues. But this cork shouldn't be sitting in the floor there. This should be so. This is why I don't like working with glass, because there's always these issues of refraction. And now we're getting this blue tint in the glass. Anyways, I saw something going on here. Why is this thing white? What's happening here? Not the opacity. It's not the bump. It's not these things. What's changed, my dude? Why is this thing being so weird? It's not the specular. It's not the roughness. It's this. Da, da, da. I don't know why this thing's acting all funky all of a sudden. Let's go cubic. And then this thing should be transparent, not white. It's not what it used to be. Okay, I don't like that glass. I don't like the blue refraction going on in the glass. So I might get rid of that. I think I'll... is there a way I can fix that though? I think I'll just get rid of it. The cork can stay. I would like to add fruit in it, but it wouldn't make sense to have fruit in it. The cork just needs its textures added back in. Da-na-na. Da-na-na-da-na. Da-na-na-da. Then we also need the cork, obviously. I'm probably going to delete this cork, I don't know why I'm doing this. And then finally, the last texture, which is the gloss map. That took a lot of effort. The scene feels so empty because there's actually nothing in it. I'm not sure what else I want to add in there. Let's go 100. There's so much space. I could go with a portrait final composition. For example, if I went 1080 by 350. Let's undo this quickly. Let's do that again. So need to set this to be 350. No, yeah. And then here I need to go 1080. Can you see this red splotch here? Huh. Why is the width changed back now? 1080, enable, delete. Yeah, so this will be our landscape cam. You're welcome. I wouldn't call it a tutorial, but portrait. Why is this cork doing this? Is this weird looking red dot there just getting on my nerves? Dun, 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 dun. I know the way you operate. Ooh, that looks cool. What if I went to sunset? Do I have any sunset HDRIs? I'm sure I do. Got one. Nice. It's actually so depressing. Oh, again. Um, listen. This looks a lot more like a wine farm, actually. Just need to make sure the sun kind of matches a bit. No. Maybe I can raise the sun up slightly. I would Photoshop this in a perfect world, but I'm kind of streaming here, so yeah, it looks a bit more like a wine farm, and then I just need to make sure this background here, something like that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, if I just ignore the reflection, I'll probably change this background here. What else can we go for? Debatable. Do you ever hit white noise on the glass? Do you ever have white noise on the glass and what you do to solve it? That's what you call hot pixeling, my dude. Hot pixels. You can either up your caustic blur, lower your GI clamp. I think those are the two most common methods, or you could even use your hot pixel removal slider. Other than that, you just have to render for a long time, unfortunately. That's why I avoid glass most of the time. I hardly ever work with glass unless it's like a personal project and I'm going for like one still image, then I'll do it. But other than that, I try to avoid it as much as possible. There's not much you can do about it, to be honest. There's basically you either use hot pixel removal, which will also make your image look more blurry. You reduce your GI clamp, which will make it look less realistic, or you up your caustic blur, which is probably the best option, but then you'll also make it look less realistic. What you could do if it's a still image is you just render out a section of the image at high samples, and then you just copy paste that on the final image. So render out the section with the hot pixels. But most of the time, adaptive sampling will just turn off the scene that doesn't need rendering and then just spend time working on the hot pixels the whole time. So that's just usually how I fix that. But other than that, I avoid glass as much as I can. I want to add like a leaf in the scene. What would also be cool if I had some dynamic like shadows going on here, like a tree, like it's almost sitting like under a tree. I think this thing should be red. Let's play with the colors here. Let's go 50. I want it to contrast well with the green. I wish I could do color correction in Octane. Guess you kind of can, but an actual texture itself is still bugging me. What if I got a paper texture going on here? So I could bring in a normal map with some paper. Ooh, I could. Oh, I have an idea. Let's go box. Something like that, and then just scale this down, and then we can reduce the power as well. Is that too much? I feel like it's too much. If I scale it down more, and then just reduce this power to 0.1. 0.2, 0.3. And now I need to reduce the effects and everything else because this is starting to look very unclean and very dirty. So here I could probably reduce this. How do I affect this? If I reduce the power, okay. So maybe I should increase the power or just lower the slider down more. 1.5. And kind of want this to not look so perfect as well. So what texture is this? That one. So we'll go put this inside there, replace, and then put dirt 3. And then we can go copy paste the fingerprints in here, paste there. See, if this is a tutorial, I couldn't do any of this. I would have to be so slow with what I'm doing. Otherwise, people will complain. It's kind of actually why I like doing streams more, because I don't have to baby step through everything. Ooh. Like that, 2%, 1. Okay, I don't like how it's up there as well though, so maybe I'll make a new dirt, so we'll call this dirt 4, and then put dirt 4 there, and then set our graphic, we'll go copy, paste. Yes, no, maybe? Did I copy paste the wrong thing? I think I did. Another way you operate. Yeah, so this should be there. So, where else is it? There we go. Copy, clear, paste. Still an issue with this line up here, but I honestly don't care. This is for a stream, I'm going to delete it afterwards, so... It's for a snow globe which has a tat... Oh, ouch. Yeah, if it's a snow globe, I don't know what to tell you, man. You just have to suffer through those render times, my dude. Yeah, I'm sure they've probably fixed it in future updates, but, you know, people at Toy, they're busy working on Octane 2030, and it's 2018, so I don't know what they're doing over there. They like to work on things that are coming out in 30 years. So they've probably fixed it already, but I don't know when they'll ever update it. So this should be... if it's a still image, I would just render out that section on its own with high samples. Even with animation, you can get away with doing that, but you have to know more about compositing and stuff. You could even fix that in post as well, if you know what you're doing. But in a lot of cases, with our animation projects, we completely turn all that stuff off because clients don't really see that. I mean, in my animations, most of the time, path term is up. I usually have coherent ratio up to like this much. Adaptive sampling's like set to 0 and a high number. A lot of noise that you personally would probably notice is wrong, but the clients are like, hey, that looks perfect, send it through. And I'll just cut your render times down by like 50 times. So, depends. I still don't know what to do with this. I kind of... why did I close that? Kind of want something to do, something more in the background. Like this whole section here needs more oomph. This is where I would go into Photoshop and composite it better, but it would be cool if you could mix HDRIs together. I don't think you can though. I know the way you operate. This week maybe go more reddish color. Now it's starting to look a bit better. Too much on the saturation though. That's a bit pink, actually, so... oh, so there's a fine line between pink and red. Pink and orange. Where's this red section here? Kind of like that. This dirt fingerprint here is too strong. Let's go 0.5. And then the normal map should also be lowered, maybe 0.15. And from here on, I'm just messing with sliders until I feel satisfied, so I don't think there's anything else to do, yeah. We had to make champagne. Champagne! That's cool. This background's what's working on my nerves the most. What would be cool if I had a leaf here. Do I have any projects? I think I do. In the Sepalt wine one I have a leaf, but I don't know if it would scale well if I added it in. I even have a banana leaf from my old tutorial. Let's go back into the wine Sepalt, apple, And there's the leaf. Nice and easy. I could even import the whole apple actually. If this was an apple wine, that would make more sense, but it looks cool, so we're gonna do it. I just need to work on composition now. If I could get this Z here, let's do that. Then we need to bring in textures. Ouch, that's a lot of textures. Just for an apple. Let's bring in the color. Oh. And then where's the leaf color? Doesn't look like there is one, so I'll just go. There should be one though. So bring in the normal map, bring in the mask. Oh, there it is. Let me take a look. I know the way you operate. Okay, we need the normal map for this apple because it looks horrible. Cool, that looks brown. Shouldn't be brown, which probably means I have a dirt map on there. So if I fill that in, it should go green. There we go. Though I think this apple should be more closer to the front, just so it's not so blurred. Could even have it just sitting right here. I feel like I should do more projects for Patreon, just like grind out some projects just to put on Patreon, but I am a lazy dude. Oh, who? Okay, now we have an issue with the sun. Let's rotate this. No, undo. Maybe I can move the apple forward. So debatable. I could, well, firstly, before this works on my nerves anymore, let me just make sure this is sitting properly here. Oh, why is someone calling me now? Just hold on, I just need to answer this quick. Where is this thing? Okay, they hang up, thankfully. They'll probably call me back now, though. This person doesn't know how to send WhatsApp messages, which is annoying. Always wants to phone. And then they'll spend like 2 minutes on the phone busy telling you something they could send in one message, which is annoying. Okay, so the sun... Yo. I guess that looks okay. It's really bugging me though. The apple could rotate... No. Let's bring in some more of the apple textures, just in case it'll make it look better. And I think the scene is pretty much done. it took a complete turn to what I was initially expecting, but that always happens, so I would like to do more with it, but I feel like I'll spend 8 hours on this project for no reason. I'm surprised, maybe I don't know if this exists, but I'm surprised you can't just mass import missing textures. Like, Cinema 4D still hasn't figured that out yet. Still have to do it one by one, and if there is a way, someone can let me know, but I still haven't found it, so... These textures are already looking, Apple's already looking a bit better. Main issue is this background. What kind of background? Can I change it to a night scene? Would that look too wrong, is the question. I've got some night scene backgrounds here. Is this it? I don't know if this is the right texture. I mean HDRI. I think it's the wrong one. I know the way you operate. I think it's this one. Ooh, did I just import a high-res one? That was not a good idea. I thought it was, yeah, I don't need this high-res one anymore, so I'll just delete it like so. And then import the 6K. Cool. Get rid of the sun. This could work with the right lighting. I could like add a little. There is a sun in the scene though, which still confuses me. That's the moon. And there's the sun reflection, I think. The sun's behind there, I think. Yeah. I think we'll go with the moonlight, so we'll improvise here. I've never had to do this before, but I'll try. We could probably go with a sphere. And then maybe if I attach it to a null, and then here I can go 500, 5000. And I can just rotate the null, create my own little moon here. Oh, I'm a genius. Okay, and then let's see if this actually works. Let's go 50, 50, 50. Let's go 75. That's good enough. And then we need to crank up this brightness. The apple needs to be a bit dark. Is your name Photoshop? Lol. Let's rotate this. It kind of looks like a moonlight. Kind of. I could reduce the brightness and then create like a little spotlight going. Little desk lamp light. I didn't delete the old lights here, so I could maybe bring them in. I need to reduce this power, maybe like 50. And then maybe go with the warm lights. So $50. Let's 20 and then 500. Let's turn off surface brightness and then go 50. That's not working out very well. Let's hide that again. And then I think we'll just go with this moon looking right here. I want the background a bit brighter, I think. Not brighter, but have more contrast going, like that. We can go 1.3 there. And maybe I could even bump this up. I should be doing this in post, just color correction, but I don't want to do that. So I think I'll just go something like that, and then maybe like that. Can bring in this overhead light, or yeah, let's do this. Can bring in a null, put that in here. This project's a mess. This light's too strong. Too strong. 50. I don't like how it's reflecting there though. That's should be photoshopped out. 100. I think it should be this way, right? Where is this light? Let me see. Okay. I know the way you operate. What if I go with IES3? No. IES. Where's this one? IES. Is it 11 or 10? Anyway. 200. Yeah, it is more interesting, the field. But I don't have much experience lighting night scenes though, so I'm kind of struggling to get this thing to look right. Oh, that's interesting. What did I just... is this the moonlight that I undid? I think it's because I have this normalize option ticked on. Yeah, because if I remove this, everything else goes brighter. I think if I untick normalize... Maybe not. That's strange. I wonder why it's doing that. Maybe there's more samples in it. I don't know. What if I go put more samples in this? Will it be brighter? Yeah, I think it's a sample rate. It's quite interesting. So if I go store in the buffer, untick that. Yeah, I don't think I need this moonlight here. I should Google why I need to Google these lights more. I thought I read the manual 67 times, but turns out I didn't know the lights affect each other that way. So this apple can maybe now be more a bit in the front since that sun isn't in the way. Needs to be a bit more in focus. Hey kitty. And this plane could switch out for something else. I could go for a cylinder. Let's go for 25, 100. Then this side, this can go -2. I know the way you operate. No. Maybe 25. Okay, so now I need to make sure this bottle is less dirty. I think here we can drop this to 2. And then this mix. I'm actually confused. Let me undo that. Brings up to 5 again, and then we'll just solo it and see what's affecting what. So, solo the bottle. Okay, so I'm not trying to get rid of that. I'm trying to get rid of this dirt here. Is that it? No. Maybe it's this one. I think it's this one. So here we go 1. And then here we can go 0.5, 0.25. Hi, my dude. 2. Cool beans. I think I'll reduce this to 4. Okay, let's go 3 then. Is that even affecting anything? Yes, it is. So I'll reduce the gamma to 1. And then, yeah, I think that's kind of right. This apple, I think that's right. No, that's too much. The cork. Why is everything so shallow in the contrast? Everything needs a bump in the contrast here. Is that the right texture I'm editing? Cork. Oh, a bit better. I kind of want this bottle shape changed a bit at the bottom here. You will never my soul. Oh, that's why it felt off. This thing is going through the floor. So is the bottle. I think the bottle is wrong. Or am I wrong? I'm just imagining things. This needs to be minus 0.1. 0907. So 5. And then maybe add in an extra line here, just because it's too smooth for my liking. Maybe like there. Alright, first time catch your stream, very nice. Glad to have you, my dude. It kind of looks kind of cool. I like the side that the apple's facing, but... Or do I? That's the question. Oh. Leaf here. What can we do with the leaf? This leaf does not look right, but I don't think I spent much time working on it, so... I know the way you operate. It's an interesting shape. I think it's done. Last little thing I'd probably do is play with this. You will never rest my soul. Dun, 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 dun. I would never do this in a practical situation, and I don't advise you do this, but I just don't feel like color grading in Photoshop or After Effects right now, so... Oh, that could be cool. No, let's not do that. Let's... No, I'm adjusting the wrong sliders here. It's 1... I don't remember what this was. Something like that. Kind of like so. Can you drop that HDRI? Don't know what you mean by that. You're asking me to give it to you and I can't because I've bought it somewhere. yeah, I think that's done. So this would be the final image, but for the thumbnail, we will go with a landscape, something like, so this is portraits, this will be our thumbnail. I'll put this project up on Patreon for anyone that wants to mess around with it. Don't know why you'd even want it, but for some reason people like to go through my projects. So 1920, like so. And then here we'll go scale this down just so we can preview it. Yeah, so this will be the thumbnail cam. Actually, the thumbnail cam I'll probably change around. So if this was a thumbnail, I'll probably go, since the composition's different, probably go with like tele lens and do something like this. You won't ever rest my soul. I need a target. Let's go with a cube, sphere, 1. You will never rest my soul. Okay, and then I don't have to worry about this focus running around the whole time. I think that's an okay composition. Do I even care about this top lid though? Would that matter in the thumbnail is the question. See, if I zoom out, then we get too much on the sides. If I zoom in, oh, the background even changes. That's so fucking cool. I'm being a kid now. But yeah, I think that's all for the project. I think it's done. Not at all what I wanted. No, it's not a free HDRI. I got it from polygon.com. Not at all what I wanted in terms of final look. I wanted that studio look, and I think it's this metal texture here that really changed everything. But I guess it's alright. Maybe next time I'll do like a juice or something in a studio look. Something's tiling here and I'm not sure what it is. It might be this normal map. If I remove the normal map, yeah. So this normal map needs to be scaled up. And then maybe reduce the power to 0.5. This part here needs a lot more work. Anyways, yeah, I think that's all. Is there anything final I can do in the touches? Maybe I can make this silver a gold. No? I think we'll keep it silver. Maybe have a slightly orangish yellow tint to it. This section, I almost want to just slap a logo there. I think that would look better. Let's bring in the text Smoking Lion. And then we'll also bring in these two ribbons here. And then for the text, for this text, we'll bring in, that's a silver mask, which should be this one. Okay, so here we need the text. I think that would look better if that was silver. No. Kind of, I just want to slap a logo there. That would look so much better, because if you look at my ArtStation project here, this one, where's the Apple version? This one here looks so much better. Anyways, not going to cry over spilt milk. Never done that depth of field target. Yeah, I use it all the time. Especially with animation, you don't want to be keyframing your depth of field. Just a hassle. Anyway, I think that's all. Let's bump up these samples, 6,000. Here, I think we can go 128. And I kind of want this apple to be in focus as well. Dun, 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 dun. No. Nine. Ninen. What was I doing? I was checking the render settings. So, yeah. I think everything looks alright. Or I could just do a portrait version and then make a 1080p blurry background. I don't think that'll look as great though. I'll see. It's bugging me out, it's not centered though, so let me duplicate this again and then make this centered and see what it looks like. Yeah. I think that's all for the stream. Got my kitty cat here that's been keeping me company. 3 hours, Jesus. Feels like it's been like 30 minutes, 45 minutes maybe. But anyways, I will see you Chiners later. If you want to download this project, I will put it on Patreon now, and then you can go get it there. Other than that, thank you guys once again. I shall see you on the next one. I'll put a poll. Maybe I'll come up with like different types of scenes you might want me to make. But then I'll be very picky anyways and just pick it myself. But maybe I'll put a poll and see what sort of scenes you'd want me to make for another live stream. But yeah, I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I shall see you guys later.